Today, let's break down two of the most popular investment options during seed funding rounds, SAFE and Convertible Notes. Both are used by startup founders and investors to raise funds, but they have important differences. So, what's the deal with these two? SAFE, or Simple Agreement for Future Equity, is an agreement that startups use to raise money, which allows investors to buy equity later on. Convertible notes, on the other hand, are short-term debt instruments that eventually convert into equity. Convertible notes are essentially loans, meaning they carry interest, usually between 3 to 8%. This creates an additional liability for the startup, something founders need to consider. Unlike convertible notes, SAFEs aren't loans. They don't have interest rates or act like classic debt. Instead, they're more like preferred equity instruments, giving certain preferences without creating extra debt for the startup. Now, let's talk about maturity dates. Convertible notes have one, meaning when the date hits, the company has to either pay back the loan with interest or convert the note into equity. This can create pressure for startups, especially if they're not generating enough revenue yet. SAFEs don't have a maturity date, giving startups more flexibility. Conversion works differently too. SAFEs usually convert into equity at the next financing round. But with convertible notes, the trigger points for conversion can vary. It could happen when the company and investor agree, when a qualifying transaction occurs, or even at maturity. Another major difference is simplicity. SAFEs are simple, straightforward agreements, typically 5 to 6 pages long, without too many terms or provisions. Convertible notes, however, are more complex and require a deeper understanding of the terms. SAFEs are often seen as more founder-friendly because they're simpler and don't create immediate financial obligations. Investors, on the other hand, may prefer convertible notes, which have more restrictions, like interest rates and maturity dates. SAFEs are also easier to implement because they're rarely modified. Convertible notes, in contrast, require more negotiation. Both SAFE and convertible notes have clauses for early exits, ensuring investors get payouts if there's a change in control before conversion. Finally, let's talk about valuation caps. Both SAFEs and convertible notes can have valuation caps, which set a maximum valuation at which debt or capital converts into equity. Negotiating the cap with investors is a key step in both types of agreements. Thank you for watching. We hope this comparison of SAFE and convertible notes helps you better understand your options for seed funding. Stay tuned for more insights, and don't forget to subscribe for updates on future videos.